Welcome to Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc, the wildest tag team in podcasting where the kayfabe drops and the chaos takes over. Let's ring the damn bell.
Headlock fight, heels on the prowl, dropping elbows, hearing growl, feel the foul. No script here, just real, no bluff. Kayfabe crack, now the dirt gets rough. Headlocks, heels, havoc in the zone. Stepping in the ring, chaos at your home. No filters, no mask, just raw pants on. Wrestling unscripted, we on the throne. Title bells, mic checks, crowd going crazy. Drop truth bombs, leaving lines feeling hazy. Beyond the kayfabe, past the charade, where legends are born and stories get made. Headlocks poppin', who's hitting the mat? Welcome to the havoc where the real talk's at. Tune in, step through, leave the fake at the door. Headlocks, heels, havoc, now hear the roar.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am one half of the greatest tag team in podcasting. It's me, it's that Legend. And with me, as always, is everybody's favorite uncle and my favorite tag team partner, Uncle Slam.
What's up, family, and welcome to the People's Podcast.
Tonight on Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc Wrestling Unscripted, we welcome one of the most unique and fearless rising personalities in combat sports and professional wrestling, the Conspiracy Smoke Show, Tiffany Baxter. Tiffany, there you go. Tiffany isn't just someone who waits for opportunities. She steps into the fire and creates them. She's been athletic her entire life and took that competitive drive into amateur boxing, where she's built an impressive 3-1 record while proving she isn't afraid to throw hands. Fans have also seen her multiple times on pay-per-view with Redneck Brawl, not only as a fighter but also as a ring girl, giving her perspective on the business from every angle. Now she's taking the next step in her journey, training at Grindhouse Pro Wrestling Academy and transforming herself from, in her own words, a brawler who's learning to wrestle. With a recent signing to the Lingerie Fitness Championship and a return trip to Las Vegas on the horizon, Tiffany has embraced every challenge put in front of her, and that fighting spirit is exactly what led her into the world of professional wrestling. Tonight, we're going to talk about her incredible journey, her transitioning from boxing to the squared circle, the LFC, Redneck Brawl, and what the future holds, and so much more. So buckle up, because it's going to be one hell of a conversation, and let's ring the damn bell. How are you doing tonight, ma'am?
I am crazy. That's usually my response when people ask me how I am, in public. How are you? And I'll just look them dead in the face and be like, crazy. How are
crazy.
you?
That's all I know.
I like to be extremely honest and upfront. I have a really bad memory. So if you just always tell it how it is, you don't have to remember anything.
Yep. It's exactly it. If you tell the truth, the truth is way less to remember than anything else.
I mean,
and that's the public service announcement to all you kids out there. Just tell the truth. It's easier.
That way you ain't got to remember nothing.
That's exactly right. I want to also say thank you to everybody who is tuning in. If you got any questions for Miss Tiffany, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Go on there and give us a like, follow, share, all that stuff. Go on to her socials and give her a like, follow, and share. And we'll let her plug all her stuff before we get ready to go off the air later. But for now, we're just going to get into it. So for all of the fans meeting you for the first time, who is Tiffany Baxter beyond the nickname, the Conspiracy Smoke Show?
I'm just somebody who really likes to stay in the gym. I like to help my friends, my family. And I like to just sit at home with my animals. Like I have like an acre and a little tiny house. It's like a little old farmhouse, and I have a great big barn that's like bigger than my house. But I love being at home. I travel a lot, but build a home you don't need a vacation from kind of thing. So I really enjoy being at home because when I'm not here, I'm working.
I, I like that answer.
Yeah.
I like that build a home you don't need a vacation from because I got news for you. I want a vacation every day.
Hey,
Hey, those
man.
people.
I need
Like
one
I'm
of
trying to figure out how I can move into one of them trailer parks in Daytona part time.
the right.
Like I sit and I look at them on Zillow all the time. I'm like, man, for about $20,000, I can get a real nice little trailer on the beach and just bounce back and forth. And like I need some beach in my
She,
life.
she
So
says she says don't tempt me.
it, it's definitely like it's top of the priority list right now.
Hey, I feel you on that because I need a beach in my life too. I
Yeah,
think it's
I
been a
hate.
couple years.
I don't like winter.
I don't mind winter as long as it's not like killer and everything. You know, I I,
No,
I don't
no.
mind a little bit of cold because I can put enough clothes on than what the law lets me take off.
Yeah,
But
I can only handle so much snow. That shit's for the birds.
that's me. It's when you start getting into the snow and the slush and all that crap. I just don't want to deal with it. The cold don't bother me. I can go inside where it's warm.
I
Although
just
I
Well,
love
like,
sitting at the ocean. I just love sitting on the beach. I'm a big lay out in the sun kind of person. Like I can just soak in the sun all day. I love it. I'm a morning person. Like I was excited this was at 8 o'clock and not like 10 o'clock at night because that's like my bedtime. And
right, right. Yeah. We try to, especially it being a Friday, we try not to keep everybody too late and everything, because everybody's got their things they got to do on the weekends and stuff. Let's see here. My buddy Mikey said, saying hi, have a great show. There, request fulfilled. Word. I told him, I said, man, you need to come in, at least leave some comments and like watch for a few minutes and everything. Get me some, stuff and everything. So there, he was fulfilling his
yeah,
obligation.
I'm
Thank
sharing
you.
it out.
He's not right. All righty. So, before boxing and combat sports entered your life, what sports or activities did you do like when you were younger? And have you always been like competitive, or were
Oh
you
God,
like the
yes.
athletic kid?
I'm very competitive. Like, okay, I got in a fist fight with a boy on the bowl at the bowling alley in seventh grade, and this is like on a Catholic school bowling team. We had like this bowling alley right next to the school, and I was talking shit, pushed him, told him it was his turn. He popped me in the face,
oh
and
damn,
so
that was quick. That escalated real quick. Y'all was
like
worried
Right.
about these
yeah, dude.
scores, wasn't you?
And like my grandpa's brother used to sit at the bar at this bowling alley and drink every day. And man, my uncle Gene came over there so quick and snatched that boy up. Yeah, we both got in trouble, but yeah, I fought two boys that year. Like seventh grade was pretty wild, but I did a little bit of like t-ball, but I did basketball from fifth grade to 11th grade. I did volleyball. I did soccer for like 2 weeks, and I was just more interested because it was like a co-ed sport, and I didn't want to do all that running, so I quit that.
Did you have like older siblings that would like kind of
Beat you up when you were
antagonize you or
younger.
beat you up like
No, no, but you better not talk shit about my friends because I'm that person that'll
Oh,
punch you in
okay.
the mouth for it. Like, I got jumped my freshman year of high school by five girls at Six Flags, like Kentucky Kingdom,
Mm.
and on day five alive, them bitches lit me up. And after they kicked my ass, I realized I was not made of glass, and that was just bad for everybody because then it's like, oh, that's it, that's what a ass whooping is. It took five of you bitches. Bet, let's go. So I didn't even I've choked people over punching them in the face to avoid hurting them. So I'm not like this like vicious person. And I was just leaving the gym one day and some redneck brawl shit had popped up on my phone, and I was like, you know what? I've been looking for something to do with all these muscles. I think I can do this. And so I signed up, but like I signed up for Ring Girl first, and I was like, no, I'm gonna sign up to do both. And so I signed up to do both. The promoter, once I got that fighter registration in, the promoter instantly called me and was like, "Hey, he set it all up, got me an opponent. I knocked her out of her shoes and got a TKO in like 33 seconds."
Shit.
And
Okay, so
then
you're the bluegrass Ronda Rousey.
I think so. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. And then my second fight, that was with this girl, Straight Pain, and she was like heavier than me and a little crazier, but I still kicked her ass. But we went all 3 rounds. She gave me a run for my money. Excellent fight. And then my third fight was with this Golden Gloves champ that was from she's from Fort Worth, Texas. Her name's Texas Sweets. And that bitch kicked my ass in like 35 seconds. She ruptured my eardrum, and like I was like, I'm done. Fuck this. And she was only like 5'2", 5'2", fucking little Hispanic chick. She came out and was like, bah, 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 bah. And yeah, but then I came back to Redneck Brawl again, and Straight Pain wanted to rematch. So I rematched her because she lost some weight and got a job at a tire shop or some shit and thought she had muscles. And like I even told her, I said, "Bitch, you gonna wish you kept that 40 pounds." Like, you gonna wish man, I kicked her ass good that second time we fought. But I got one girl that's been picking on me for a while. Her name's Holly Jolly Boss Bitch, and she lives up in northeastern Ohio. And I really want to kick her ass at Redneck Brawl, but she never shows up for fights, and she's just an internet gangster. So but
Keyboard
that's like
warrior.
my last. I don't really want to do boxing a whole lot. I love doing the ring girl thing. I get to work the whole show. It's a blast. But I'm kind of over the boxing. I want to focus on wrestling.
That's awesome. That is
Do you
awesome.
get nervous before the boxing matches, or like you are, or like are you hyped, or are you
Oh,
just
8 to 10,000 people in an arena. I love it. I love
okay?
it,
Yeah.
dude. That it's like, ooh, this is home. You put me in front of 10 people when we're at practice, I forget shit. I don't know what's next. Like I totally goof up. You give me that crowd and that energy, I harness it and run with it.
That adrenaline gets going. It's almost like the adrenaline gives you some clarity
Hmm.
to where it's more muscle memory than it is, actually thinking about what you're doing and
I
stuff.
Yeah.
do
It's
Oh,
like,
better
oh,
in
anything.
let's do it.
chaos. I had a chaotic upbringing, a lot of expectation, and I just kind of do better when everything's fucking crazy.
Makes sense. So I know the answer to this question, and I absolutely love the answer to this question because it's one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. And Uncle Slam, I advise you to, especially it's on the conspiracy front, but go check out Tinfoil Hat on when you're at work. It's on YouTube, Spotify. Well, he gets shadow banned a lot on YouTube now, but so I know the answer to this. But the fans, the Conspiracy Smoke Show is one of the most unique nicknames in combat sports. So let the fans know the story behind the Conspiracy Smoke Show and how that happened. I love if that is your ringtone. I absolutely love that, and
It's my text tone.
I'm gonna have to tell my sons that they can get that because they absolutely are the biggest Star Trek fan. Listen at me. They're
Oh,
gonna
I
come and
told you
beat
I've
me
good
never
up
to know.
seen
now.
it.
They're gonna come beat me up because I called Star Trek Star Wars, even though they
Yeah,
love
you don't
both.
do that.
Yeah, no.
Uh-uh.
So let everybody know how the Conspiracy Smoke Show nickname came about.
Okay, so my friend Sam Tripoli, who hosts the Tinfoil Hat podcast and a long list of other ones.
Right.
Yeah, Sam
They
is
go
a
hard.
busy man. But I tell you what, like 2020, like fucked my whole life up, and the conspiracy community was like all I kind of had, and I lost my business. All kind of. I made so many online friends that thought like I did during that time. So Sam has always referred to me as a conspiracy smoke show. So I was like, you know what? I need a fight name. And so I went into Redneck Brawl, Conspiracy Smoke Show, and here we are.
The rest is history. That's
We
awesome.
are.
Like it's just cool that somebody that is more famous than me gave you your nickname. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey,
like I'm a
oh,
self-proclaimed legend. I'm not a real legend. I'm a legend, but of what I haven't figured that out yet.
Legend in
hey,
your own mind.
hey.
That's it.
You know, I think we all kind of have those moments when it's like, what am I really like good at? Not like what's my purpose or anything, nothing that deep, just like what the fuck am I doing here? Like am
Yeah.
I doing this right? Like,
Right.
I figure as long as you kind of, listen to those downloads and go with it, like I've been all right. I've seen people that have done it, the textbook way, the nuclear family way, and really try their hardest to like live in between those lines, and they still they're still same tax bracket. What's up?
Right.
You know what I mean? I've never been married. I never had kids. I'm not I'm very focused on me. If that means I'm selfish, then I'm okay with that too.
Never
I'm a
wanted the
real
picket
good dog
fence
at
or anything
that.
like that.
Huh?
I said never wanted the white picket fence and all that.
No, like I was playing with Barbies, but it was more like, can we strap some fucking M80s to them and blow them up? It wasn't, oh, I'm planning my wedding day. And like, I don't think I'll ever get married. I don't want to ever get married. That sounds terrible. I need paperwork for somebody to love me. No, you get
And
a
see,
power of attorney, and it's the same thing. Less
right.
bullshit.
And you don't have to listen to them snore at night.
I mean, come on. I definitely need my own room. Like I need
See,
my own room. I got 200 plus pound dogs that sleep with me every night.
I think that's a very respectable thing though, because you're responsible enough to yourself to say that's not what I want. So I'm
No, I
not
don't
gonna.
date or anything. Like everybody makes fun of me. I'm like Virgin Mary over here, but like I'm just not interested in it.
Right. And that's like, I had an aunt and uncle that, I asked my uncle a few years before he passed away. I was like, how come you never had kids? And he was like, to me, I didn't want kids. I knew I wouldn't. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be a parent. I wanted to marry somebody, but as far as kids, we didn't want kids. We just wanted to be married, travel, and blah blah blah. And I respect the crap out of that
I'm
because of
here
the
for a
fact that
fucking experience.
right, you know, and that's the respectable thing is that you're doing you, but you're able to do you without it affecting another human life.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
like
And
I've
that's
got five siblings, and I got two nephews and a niece, and like that's all the kids I need. All my friends are married people. Few of them have kids. Some of them have like four or five kids. Like
she's. I don't need a little bunch of little junior SOBs running
I'm like,
around
Yeah.
and
no,
everything.
no, I'm good with it. Like
There's nothing
I'll
wrong
be
with
the
that.
cool
Like I said,
No.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that have kids that don't even need kids that keep making more kids.
Yes,
So to
it's
find somebody
true.
that's responsible is like, you know what, I'm good. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? I'm
good.
just
I'm
gonna
gonna
take it.
sit this one out. Y'all have
Yeah,
fun. Y'all
y'all got
have
it.
fun with
Hey,
it.
y'all
Yeah,
making plenty over here. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it.
I'm good.
That's it.
Yep.
Ain't nothing gonna happen just because I didn't make any. There's plenty more out there. So,
So yeah, I've stayed. I've always been big in the conspiracy world. I became a conspiracy theorist like Desert Storm. I would say is what like really. I guess that's when I woke up. Um, my
right.
mom picked me up from the skating rink and was like, "You gotta come home. We're at war." And I'm like, "What?" And so we get home. We're watching TV, and I'm like, "You're telling me our oil is under their sand? No way." And I was like, "There just ain't no way. Like, how is that? How the fuck is that ours?" So instantly that and I was like 12, and my mom's like, "Just go to bed," and it like this is gonna sound terrible. I live in Kentucky, but growing up, I was a Duke basketball fan. I loved Coach K. Like
Oh God,
he was
I bet
my
you had a hard
favorite.
life then on that shit. People
I got
hate
sent to
Duke.
my room over it a lot because I lived in a wildcat house. My mom
Yeah.
would be like, "Just go in the other room if you're gonna root against them."
Well, to talk about irony, Uncle Slam up there, he's a huge UK fan, and he has two daughters that go to Louisville. So now he has to root for Louisville whenever they're in the marching band and
I
stuff
am
like that.
so sorry.
Don't be sorry, because I
Uh,
root. I root for Louisville too.
it's
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's a divided house. It's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, it's like I live in Louisville. Well, I'm like just like right on the outskirts. Um, I'm as far away from Louisville as you can be without being in Bullitt County. So,
My two favorite teams are Louisville and whoever's playing Kentucky. So, so how did you make the transition from what? Well, not make it because you. That's easy to say. What inspired the transition from doing like brawling stuff to wrestling stuff?
so about a year and a half ago, I made the prospect list for the lingerie fighting championships, and they finally pulled my card last October and made me a fighter. And they flew me out to Vegas, and I trained at Future Stars of Wrestling for a week with Remy, and it was life changing for real. Oh, there's one of my dogs, my house wolves,
There
and
you go.
during that training we were doing some drills, and Remy was like, "You don't do this," and I'm like, "No." He's like, "Well, you should. You're a natural. You need to go do this." And the rest and the LFC's wanting to lean more towards wrestling. So I figure if I want to get booked, I need to learn to wrestle. So I hit up Amazing Maria, Omar Amir, asked them, what do you think? Where should I go? And they're like, go train with the Reverend, and that's the Reverend Ronnie Roberts at Grindhouse,
Yeah,
and
I've heard the name, never had the pleasure.
that's Haley J's dad. That's who trained her. He's great. He was one of my favorites at OVW. So being able to work with him and everybody at Grindhouse has just been so great. These like I just started this in like January, and it's been a hell of an experience. Like
I can
I really
imagine.
like it, and so now I'm like, I don't really WWE whatever. I want to go to JCW. I want to find a place in Daytona.
Right.
I know where I want to go wrestle in Michigan and in Florida, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, those southern states. I want to be able to hit a beach.
See, you kind of answered a question that I asked whenever we first started this show, because yes, everybody measures success different. But like, how I always wondered how many people in the independent scene were happy that they got to make a big career just on the independents. They did, it was never about going to WWE or at the time WCW or any of the other major promotions. It was about I had a good career and I got to do what I love doing, and that's wrestling. And
Yeah.
whether or not I was a big star up north or I was a big star in my county, you know what I'm saying? That it wasn't about the notoriety. It was just about doing something you love. So you kind of answered that question that I've always had and everything. Do people really get into it and look at it just like that? And but so yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah, I just want
That's
to be
but
able
that's cool.
to do some traveling and, have a little crowd tell me I'm awesome here and there or not, like, I feel like, there's been a couple times in training I was expected to like break or cry over a situation or something said or, whatever. And I just, I don't care. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
that doesn't mean I'm not like taking it serious, but like I'm at an age where I'm going to learn at my pace. If I fuck up, I fuck up. I'd rather fuck up in training than in the middle of an arena. Um, so I've had a full blown hysterectomy and I'm in like menopause. I don't like cry or get, you can't hurt my feelings. Okay.
She's like, I have
So
hot flashes in the middle of 3-degree weather. You can't hurt
yeah,
me.
dude, I can lay in the snow in a bikini. Like it
You don't
happened
need a safe
every
space.
year. As soon as it snows, me and my best friend we throw on our bikinis and go make snow angels.
No, I'm a
I,
tropical people. I can't be doing all that. It's too cold for all that.
it'll wake you up.
Hey, that's what I tell Legend all the time. I'm a tropical people. I don't do. I don't like cold. I ain't going camping. I ain't laying in no snow.
I like
I'll
to
I
go
go.
got
glamping. That camping shit
see. He's
ain't
tried to
for
talk
me.
me
I'm
into
at
that
the
before.
hotel.
He's trying to
Mm-mm.
talk me to go camping in the snow and all this. Oh, it'll be fun. It'll be great. No, no,
No, no, I'll run
not
out there
happening.
and jump in it real quick, but I'm running right back into the heated house. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you get the
I'm just
shower
staying in the
going?
house.
So what do you think is the hardest thing that you've learned as far, or not even the hardest thing? What is the biggest hurdle transition that, or that you've taken from boxing and stuff into wrestling, or what bad habits have you
Uh,
had to kind of break?
I'm very aggressive. Um, and like my first match with the LFC, I had to lose to 100 pound little bitty Russian girl that I would have killed in real life. You know what I
Was
mean?
that the one in the red?
Yeah, we had
Okay,
like
yeah, I
this
just
David
watched
and
that.
Goliath match, and we all know, but and then I think of the drama kid in me, and once I fell into that to where it's like, okay, you've always wanted to do acting too, now you get to do both. So
That makes
so
sense.
yeah, you win some, you lose some. I won in Florida, so I'm 1-1 in the LFC now, which kind of evened it out. I was so happy when I got there, and we got the call from the promoter that I got to win. Yes.
That's awesome. See, I do a podcast because I never had the ability to get into the ring. So, not that I couldn't have. I'm too old now. My
Yeah,
knees hurt too bad, and I
I
don't
mean,
like getting
you
up off the
say
floor that
that,
much.
but I don't know. I stay in the gym. I've been real. I have S curve scoliosis. I broke
Oh,
my hip skateboarding at 26. I had hip surgery. I've had hernia surgery. I've had my hysterectomy. I've had my appendix taken out. Like I have bone spurs. I probably got some arthritis. But I just can't be stopped.
So you're like the $6 million smoke show.
I
It's
guess, man. Like I just, I grew up riding bikes, skateboarding, and some things you just kind of lose it when you get older, or you're just. I mean, that's the only bone I've ever broke. Knock
or
on
you just
wood,
never
but
really had it.
yeah, yeah, I really wanted to ride that damn skateboard, and it was like a long board. It was just something that shouldn't have happened.
I
Accident.
learned very early in life I don't have the balance for to put wheels on my feet. So we're not going to do that.
Oh, roller skating! Like I grew
Yep.
up 4 nights a week. I was roller skating. It was ridiculous.
Yep. I don't do
Yeah, I
that
can
no
roller
more.
skate. I'm good at that.
I can't. I can't.
I
I'm
skate
the
my
type.
ass off.
I'm the type that walks. I put the skates on and I walk myself around the
And you,
wall. I'm like,
You just stay in
yay,
place.
this
You
is
try to walk and just can't
fun.
move.
Right? Yeah, it's terrible. I'm that 50-year-old man or almost 50-year-old man that's stealing the little triangle thing from the kid, so that so that I can walk.
Holding on to the edge.
Right. So,
Or
were you always a wrestling fan growing up, or is it something you just grown into here recently?
I was a crazy WWF fan. I have a beer can somewhere that Stone Cold smashed and like threw at the crowd from Freedom Hall back in like the
That's
90s,
awesome.
late 90s. Um, so I was a big, I guess that Raw era, but never much. I was in California at the House of Blues, and Black Label Society was playing, and my ex-boyfriend he was a guitar tech for Slayer, and he did work for Zach Wild occasionally.
Okay.
So I'm standing on the side of the stage, and I'd be damned if Stone Cold and his girlfriend walk up, and I'm like, dude, I was gonna marry you when I was 17. He was like, oh, you were? I said, for real, like I am such a big fan. So I got to sit there and like watch Black Label Society and play with Stone Cold and his old lady. Like it was so awesome, and they were so kind to me. And so fast forward, I moved back to Louisville in '07. Go to hair school. I'm working, um, waiting tables at Hard Rock, and I meet this lady named Nancy. Her son Noah has cerebral palsy, but is a die-hard wrestling fan. So I'm like, hey, I like wrestling, Tell Noah I'll take him to wrestling sometime. So that's when I got introduced to like OVW. So I would go with Noah every Thursday to OVW, and so it just kind of it was always me sitting in the crowd thinking I could do that. I could do that. I like that outfit. I mean, it was bound to happen, I guess.
Hey, for some it happens a little later. For some it happens earlier. As long as it happens, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I figure, had I been doing this the past 20 years, what would I be doing now? I might be
Right.
bored with it or something, or too beat up to do it.
So you said you're a fighter and everything. Like, not said, just said, but you've obviously done it with a 3-1 record in boxing, and all the other stuff that you're doing. So, is there ever? And I know you said you got incredible confidence in yourself and stuff, but are there ever any moments during like training for any of this stuff where a little bit of like self doubt creeps in? And if it does, how do you overcome that?
Oh, I'm intimidated every time I step in there. Every training, every event, because the best way to learn is to not be the smartest person in the room. So every time I walk in there, I'm there to just be a sponge and absorb the information, and like, and my strikes are money. my depth. Like I am on when it comes to like when I start throwing strikes, people are gonna believe it. And like they usually pair me with the guys when we are throwing strikes. So but I'll fuck a wrist lock up in a second, and be like, oh fuck, how where do I put my hand? And like my brain will just blank out. Or I'll be like, oh, hip toss, arm drag. Sometimes my brain thinks they're the same thing, and I don't know. I'm learning all these moves,
Arm
and
toss, hip drag.
yeah, dude, and it's fucking intimidating, and it's like get your ass up fast enough, then drop down, then do this, and like when I watch the other wrestlers that are like running through they're doing all this, and I'm like, I grew up with deaf people. We didn't talk like that on our hands. I don't know what the fuck. It fucking like, what are you doing? So like there's the vocabulary is very new for me, and the different locks, and like I really want to get good at chain wrestling, and the other shit will come later, but I really want the basics down perfect before I go out there and pretend to know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I mean, I never stepped in a boxing ring when I did that, and I mean, just pull that right off.
There you go.
It's just 20-ounce gloves. Okay, I can do that. I lift weights. I can throw that. Man, by the end of that first round, you're like, holy shit, man, a minute's a long time. So
In a fight, it
Especially
is.
when you're getting hit.
Yeah.
So, then when I like, go into wrestling and even the LFC, it's like 3 3-minute rounds. And I'm like, damn, 3 minutes is a long time. But I didn't have the knowledge of, not blowing yourself up. I say it's like a violent dance where you don't hurt each other. And so I'm just learning to dance
That's
without
awesome.
hurting anybody. And like, sometimes you really want to put that headlock on. It's like I just and so it's been hard. It's taught me more, like a little bit more self-control, and not to be so tight. So I'm learning to loosen up.
She she put them gloves on at first time and said, "Oh, this is like the bowling alley, only with gloves and rules."
Man, I'm telling you. So after that first fight, like I was a little bummed out. I knocked her out of her shoes and she fucking quit. So I was like, you know what, this next bitch fitting to get it. So I trained with one of my friends, Ruben War. He does BKFC. Dude's a bad motherfucker. He knocked out Robbie Peralta in like 6 seconds, I think. It was like 3 hits. Bop, bop, psh, dude was done.
Dang.
And so I started training with Ruben before that next one and got a little bit of a handle on it. And man, it was good that I did, because she might have kicked my ass.
Get it. Hey, get it over and done with. As long as you walk away the winner, it don't matter if it's 20
Cardio is
seconds.
everything. I
Yes.
cannot stress that enough. Like with all these combat sports, if you got good cardio, you can probably beat somebody.
I think that's pretty true though in all sports.
Yeah.
Your cardio, because if like you said, blowed up. That's a term that not a lot of people
Mhm.
know, but that's whenever you're just out of gas, when you've
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
you've run yourself to death and you can't breathe anymore, blah blah blah. You're blowed up, and that's what it
Mhm.
means in wrestling. But like you think about that, if you go out there in the NFL, on the offensive line and you blow yourself up in the first, 3 or 4 minutes of the first quarter, well, bad things are going to happen come, 5, 6, and 7 till you get your second breath. So yeah, it's all about pacing in anything you do. You definitely got to
Absolutely.
pace yourself.
My
So
second round, I like to run out and smack them right on the face, right on the forehead. Like that's my second round move. Like I got to figure out how to incorporate that in wrestling. Like,
Do you
you
I
can
say
all
that
really,
you do, or like you just go on instinct? Like if you feel like you're gonna hit them, or you just like I'm just gonna take them down, or what?
you,
Like
well, most punches wins.
okay,
So I'm gonna hit your ass as many times as I can. These girls, most of the time, they're shorter than me. I'm right at 5'9", and like the last one, she was like 5'7", and she kept like hooking her arm around my neck and trying to like bring me down to her. So I just kept hammering her in her stomach because I know every punch I land counts. I'm hitting her in her head every punch I land, so I know I get most punches, and that's how you win.
are
Like
you a
you
righty
can,
or lefty?
I'm pretty ambidextrous, but right hand dominant. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna see her one day just switch over like Rocky one day. Just like pow 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 pow. No.
that's how you catch them.
There you go.
Hit them with that left. I've done slap fighting. That was not for me. I got a lot of money in my mouth. Fucking
I I don't know that I could
Dang.
stand there and let somebody. One, I don't know that I could stand there and let somebody smack me.
that
And
was
then
hard.
two, I have seen some of the sizes of those men, and I didn't want my ex-wife smacking me, and she was 5 foot tall and 110 pounds soaking wet. That wasn't fun. So why am I going to let 6'10" Bubba, who's got arms that are 28 inches around, smack me and act like I'm gonna not fall down?
You will get your molar knocked out.
Uh,
Like it happens,
he could
Those are like
whiff me.
punches.
He
and
could
like
whiff me, and I would just fall.
prior to getting up on that stage and letting Peekaboo smack the shit out of me 4 times, I hadn't even thought about all the dental work I just had earlier this year. And then I get up there and that first hit, and I was like, "Damn, bitch, we talked about this. You wasn't gonna knock the shit out of me." And like we like split the prize money, and I broke her nose in February at the Florida Man games on accident. So I guess letting her smack the shit out of me and win was kind of like my, here you go, your turn. But yeah, no, that letting somebody smack the shit out of you and not killing them is pretty hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it is because that takes
I couldn't do it.
restraint. That
I
takes
couldn't do it.
no me. There's no way. I mean, some people tell me to shut up, and I want to smack them just because
Right?
I think it's so rude for another adult to look at another adult and tell them to shut up. Like
Oh
I
man,
have control over your mouth and when you can talk. That
rude
just
as
that
shit.
yes, that makes me want to smack people. So getting smacked in the face, nope. And like I said, some of them dudes that are up there doing that stuff, the wind, they would blow by some wind and I would just fall. I'd be like, I'm not doing that. Just I'll take the loser's share.
Right?
So
Quick paycheck.
that's exactly it. Fall down, and I'll even add a little scream to it. I'm and just
Wow.
fall.
Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Look, it's a paycheck. You do what you got to do. Pay the
That's
bills,
right.
man.
That's right.
Right. So, looking 5 years into the future, where do you hope Tiffany Baxter is in boxing, wrestling, and in life?
Hmm. I, man, I don't know. Hopefully, definitely, I'll still be doing it, but hopefully, I'll continue, to be on the sports entertainment spectrum of it, as far as management commentary, things like that. Because I've 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 kind of just built this brand, and I feel like it's just gonna flourish into a beautiful monster.
That's what you. Hey, that's what you. like you said, everything takes time. You know, when we were talking off camera, everything takes time and just building it. You
I
know,
mean,
I
if you're
yeah,
doing what you're supposed to be doing, it generally the universe rewards you. So that's why I get up, I do the gym, I keep my sleep schedule. I like my best friend broke her shoulder a couple weeks ago, or like a week and a half ago, and then had surgery yesterday. So today I was at her house. It's just I try to help everybody around me
that's
while
love.
staying focused on what all I've got to do.
It's you got, like I said, you've got a lot of irons in the fire, but you seem really motivated to get. You know, I want this,
Yeah,
and when I want something, nothing's going to stop me from getting it, even if I fail.
yeah,
If I
yeah.
want it, I'm going to achieve it.
I've tried more than most have failed, so I don't really measure my failure. I'm just like, oh well, that didn't work. We'll try this.
Mhm.
Soon I'll have my website will be up, and then I'm slowly rolling into the fandom side of this with customs. And on my website there will be a link where you can, I've got these 5 6 wrestlers. You can customize a match for X amount of dollars, and we'll film it and send it to you. So I'm trying to find all the ways to make money in this sports entertainment business. I love doing t-shirts. I'll be dropping a t-shirt design when my website's done. And I don't know. I'm into branding. I like getting sponsorships from a lot of cannabis companies. I've got like 3 of those.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I'm a big supporter. Again, that's why I want to wrestle in Michigan too. I already drive up there once a month, so I mean, I like to work smarter, not harder.
You heard it
So
here first, ladies and gentlemen. No,
it's
that's awesome. That is
it's
awesome.
what I do. I don't drink. I don't party. I only go to bars when my friends are I guess doing bars. I hang around a lot of hip hop people, and I hang out. Shout out, Grimy Rhyme Regime. Um, those are my people, and that's it. I'm not out there. I'm not out there. I'm not outside. I'm in my backyard.
That's it. That's it. And that's the thing. You keep to yourself, and you really don't have nothing to worry about. You know, just mind your own business. You said something a minute ago, and I want to ask you: is that something that you just now said? Because if you did, I'm going to go ahead and remind you of it, so you can put it on a shirt and everything. But you said I've tried more than most people have failed.
Hmm.
Like, do you say that a
No,
lot?
that's that. I've read that somewhere,
Okay.
but that resonated enough to where it's like, I don't
Yep.
I don't beat me up. I don't I don't take life that seriously.
I
Like
just I
it's
really like that saying. I've tried more than
yeah.
most people have failed.
I'll try. I'll can't. You never know. That might be the thing that shoots you from here to here.
Yep.
So I'm
I just
always
that stuck with me. I don't know why. I like that. I like philosophical type sayings and stuff. And
yeah,
deep
yeah,
thought. Like I know it's funny because I'm going to go the opposite direction here, but I like deep thought type questions and or statements and stuff. Everything that really make you think. And it was funny I said that because when I said deep thoughts, all I could think of was that Saturday Night Live skit that used to be, it used like a little section that was called Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
yeah.
And one popped in my head the other day why this is relevant because it's a deep thought. But he said the crow seemed to be calling his name, said Call.
Man, I tell you what, dude. And, and like the house I used to live in like 2 years ago, there was a fucking bird in my backyard, and I swear every day this damn bird would say my name. And it sounded like Tiffany, 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 and I mean, like you just couldn't make it up. And I'm like, I know I'm not crazy, but I am crazy. Like,
She
and
said, "This is the start of a made for TV Stephen King
birds
movie. I know it."
aren't
Flashbacks.
real. Okay, so like birds are not real. It's like if like we can really get down a rabbit hole. I know I have my own personal like CIA agent. He contacts me.
He was assigned to me straight out of the academy.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, like, in 2020, I was very vocal on not getting jabbed, not wearing a mask. I'm the healthiest friend I got. Like I ain't walking around in Myers suffocating, breathing my own funk. Like you can't tell me that's healthy. Now if I go in to a hospital full of sick people, like please, yes, give me a mask. I don't want what they got and they don't need what I don't have, but whatever. I don't want what they got. So I got in lots of arguments online, and like I said, I was going live and in with different conspiracy communities. But then it was also the Breonna Taylor stuff going on. Like we had a double whammy. We had COVID and Breonna Taylor
Yep.
like at the same time for years. And so when people are saying they're going to come burn my city down, no, the fuck you ain't, So,
She
so
said it's time to grab him 20-ounce gloves.
yes, in arguing, I got a bunch of different. Like I have almost 500 followers on YouTube, and I am nobody, and so I'm walking my dogs and going live every day. And I said something about wanting to start doing e-commerce. And so this guy's like, hey, I'll teach you how to build websites, and what, send me an email. Well, I send him an email. We've been friends ever since. He has shown me how to build websites. We talk about all kinds of crazy shit, and like that's my like website guy. But I'm convinced. I tell him all the time. I know he's my CIA agent.
He just popped up out of nowhere.
He gave himself up when he told me his dad was in the CIA, and I'm like, you ain't fooling me,
You
dog.
ain't fooling me. I
I
got my eye
know,
on you. As much as you
like,
watching me, buddy, I'm watching you
like,
too.
dude, you better stop listening to my thoughts. Yeah,
Take your heart attack pin somewhere else.
man, like I get real upset about Tom Hanks. Like I'm ready to go to Greece and pick his ass up myself. Like
Oh
so
man.
so yeah, I got a little out there in 2020, but again, you see where we're at with this brand, and eventually everybody's gonna know who the Conspiracy Smoke Show is. I've called out Bunny XO. She wouldn't fight me. She she was busy or doing whatever those baby treatments were. She should have just got in the ring with me last summer.
Just let me whoop her real quick. Alrighty, well, I am going to shoot you some rapid fire questions before we get out of here because I know Uncle Slam's got a couple questions he likes to ask. Um, but I'm going to shoot you some rapid fire, just as quick as you can, one word answers, and just tell, we'll see where this goes. I've never really done this before, but we're going to try it this time.
I'm ready.
So, favorite wrestler of all time?
Stone Cold.
All right, favorite boxer?
Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Hey, from Louisville, you can't go
Louisville, yeah.
wrong.
Hey, my
Greatest.
grandpa knew him. You can't not.
Nope, can't go wrong with the greatest that ever did it. All right, dream WrestleMania opponent. If you could be in WrestleMania and fight one person, who would it be?
Hmm. I mean, I guess Rhea Ripley. I mean,
Okay,
that would be a dream match for real. Like, I mean, you talk about going down in history. You know, that's one that's gonna get watched on YouTube. Someone's gonna type that in.
that's one of my daughter's favorites right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty good fan too, but we
Oh,
won't
dude,
get into
her
that.
upper body, like I'll get it back. Her upper body is stellar, and I want to be that strong.
Her lower body ain't bad either.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just gonna say.
yeah. I just be looking at them guns and them traps and them shoulders,
I've
like,
never seen a woman before that I was just like, I wish she would power bomb me.
yeah.
Oh, okay. What is your favorite cheat meal?
Favorite. I love pizza. Um, yeah, pizza.
All right. Let's see. Workout song.
Hmm. I don't know. Some days I'm trapping. Some days I'm listening to, like old school hardcore. Um, some days it's Yellow Wolf and Prof, and some days it's like old Kill Switch Engage and Hatebreed.
Okay. Yeah, we got a college in the next town over. Well, Center College. I'm sure you've heard of it. Uh, Next town over, and I always said I want to go to Center College during the summer with all the joggers and just
Hmm.
follow a group of joggers around blasting Eye of the Tiger for inspiration.
I love it.
What is your favorite horror movie?
Favorite horror movie? Um, hmm, I'm gonna go with like The Strangers. Ain't
Okay.
that the one where they like kidnap them and they got the fucking sacks over
In
their, or
their
they
own
got the
house and
mask
stuff and
on?
everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty scary.
I tell you
Um,
another one that's crazy if you haven't watched it yet. It's on Peacock, but Obsession.
oh, I
Okay,
haven't.
that was crazy. I said that, and the dogs like they were like, "What happened? Don't say
Yeah,
that in movie." I hit a nerve
that's
on
a
that one.
no. I just had some friends pull up to go hop in my pool, and
Oh,
they know who it is.
that's all right.
They're
They
like,
letting everybody know
Friends
you
are
don't
here. Friends are here.
don't come in here because she's got 20-ounce gloves and we got a bite force of.
That's right. That's
We will
right.
mess anybody up. All righty, coffee or energy drinks?
Okay. Energy drinks are trash. I don't drink a lot of coffee, but I do drink pre workout every morning. It's by Gym Science Supplements, and it's pretty much the best on the market. It's got like 2.5 grams of creatine in it. It's got a bunch of good stuff, L-theanine and stuff. I don't mess with Alani, C4, Ghost. I don't touch those brands. I'm a snob when it comes. That's when you'll hear like the Paris Hilton in me come out, and I'm like, hold on, I don't drink garbage. So
Give
so
me some
I have the
Perrier.
like that's my first thing in the morning drink, and then I drink water all day and protein drinks.
Okay.
I drink 2-3 shakes a day. I I focus on my protein goals. If I can get 180 grams of protein a day, I'm good. I'm happy.
Okay. So, what is your biggest pet peeve?
I don't know. Impatient drivers, people who are rude and aggressive on the road, people who don't know how to merge. It's probably all like driving stuff or not being nice in public. Manners and kindness go a long way. So, you know, if you hate your job, go find another one. Things like that, running into miserable cashiers or,
Yeah.
I mean, if they got you standing behind that cash register too many hours a day, honey, you can ask for less. Find something else you're better at. Um, so I just don't like mean, rude people. So I'm quick to be like, yo, fuck you too.
So if you hadn't picked combat sports and might as well consider professional wrestling a combat sport too. What career would you have?
Well, I've been a hairdresser for 17, 18 years. I was a salon owner. I was a Hooters manager for 4 years in Anaheim, California. I also have done like tours, merchandising. I did Ozfest '06, '07. At one point, Sharon Osbourne was a boss of mine. I've done all the jobs. I guess if I wasn't doing this, and like I've got a bunch of different friends that work for different people. I got lighting friends. I've got roadie friends. I would probably try to jump on a tour just so I can go
Okay.
travel.
Okay. That's yeah. See, I was going to say you sound like the type of person who is very entrepreneurial. I can't say it. Yeah, you know the word I'm
Entrepreneurial.
trying to use. Yeah,
I'm a
minded.
hustler.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Entrepreneur
Simpler
means you're
way.
broke.
Right, right.
Entrepreneurs are broke. Like
I'm a
that's a way
hustler.
of saying I'm broke
She said,
when
"Key,
that's in your
key.
fucking
Every day I'm
bio.
hustling."
Like I am a hustler. I will survive. I will get the shit I need. I'll suffer in silence. Like again, like I ain't said shit about my Facebook up until like earlier today. I told you about it, but like I'm salty as hell about that. But my haters would love that. So why am I going to talk about it? Ain't giving them no gas.
There you go. There you go. What haters? Well, I've got
Yeah,
haters. I
I
didn't. I didn't.
love them.
I didn't notice there were too many people cheering.
If you got time to watch my stories, you're a fan.
That's it.
Period.
I don't care. You can be a fan that hates me, but you still a fan.
Yeah, you hit that algorithm. You push
Still
me out
watching.
there. I'm here for
Still
it.
watching.
That's it. So finish this sentence, and I will let Uncle Slam take over. The conspiracy smoke show is.
Is um crazy. I'll take crazy. I will take crazy because like your crazy is my normal. There's I was just driving the other day back from Columbus, Ohio. And I was just like, it's me that is like odd. A lot of people consider, just being normal people weird. And to me it is, but it's like it's me. It ain't them that's weird. They're just doing people stuff. And like I don't know. I'm just different, man.
And
Different.
that's I told a buddy of mine that the other day because he said something I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was in the realm of you're just built different and everything. I said I'm odd, Mikey. It's the same Mikey that tuned in earlier, by the way. I said I'm odd, Mikey. I said I'm not like everybody else, and I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be the only Jason that acts like this Jason.
Man,
You
I
know.
I ended up in couples therapy, and this like 6 7 years ago, and mind you, like me and this guy split up in 2020, but he bought me this house I'm living in, and of course I pay him rent for it, but I'm not a bad ex. So we're in couples therapy, and he looks at this guy and he says, "She thinks Hillary Clinton's a robot." And I said, I smack him in the arm and I said, "Well, she is, and you can't prove to me she's not." And that therapist was like, "Okay, hold on. She doesn't want to get in the box. She thinks for herself. She doesn't take everything everybody tells her as the be all end all truth. You should be thankful for that." And he was like, "Well, she talks to her dead grandpa on her way to work." And he was like, "So what? She's spiritual. I talk to my dead dad every day." And I was like, 2 points for me. You know? Yeah.
That's absolutely great.
I'm very much I put the shoe on the other foot. I'm a Libra. So I kind of weigh everything before I react in a situation. I always tell people that if you can't love someone where they're at, leave them alone. I can't, I don't have my expectations for others. I love them where they're at in their journey, and I'll help them on that level.
I like that. I really do. Uncle Slam, I'll let you take over and do your thing and ask her the questions you got. I appreciate you being here for real, Tiffany. It's been a
Oh,
pleasure.
I'm happy to be here. I love this kind of stuff.
Oh, I do. We
All
do
right.
too. And as far as I'm concerned, you've got open invitation. Come back anytime you want to. But Uncle Slam, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Legend. Okay. First question is, what's your favorite conspiracy?
Tartaria, flat Earth. I mean, there's just so many of them. Hillary Clinton's a robot. Uh, the Epstein files are fake. Um, I, all of them. But I keep in the back of my mind that Starlink was put up so they could fry us all and melt it again. And those that survive will get thrown into insane asylums, just like the early 1900s.
Mhm.
You gotta watch that Stu Peter that documentary I was telling you about earlier. You gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. I'll send you the name of it.
Like I believe in vampires. I believe in cryptids. Like there's not much. I've been at Red River Gorge and definitely heard some shit knocking on rocks that wasn't. It wasn't bears.
Okay.
I've always said this, and this is my take on it is yes, there's a lot of lies out there, but all lies start with some truth. You
Hmm.
have to have a true story to start a lie from.
Somewhere somebody wrote that shit down.
Yep.
you know, I have time
Or,
traveler.
or they tore, or they just destroyed the telemetry like NASA did. No, go ahead, Uncle Slam.
All right. Next one is, what's your craziest fan experience?
My craziest what?
Fan experience, like any interaction with fans. Like, if you had any crazy interactions, has anybody tried to fight you from the audience? Have they tried to follow you to your car? Like, have
I
you
had
had
a
to?
guy. So when I did like two of the redneck brawls, I did, or no, I'm sorry, four of them. I fought and I did ring girl, and two of them I just did ring girl.
Mhm.
Well, when I'm down there sitting ringside, sometimes I'll get up and I'll walk through the crowd, and I have several bikini changes. So I'll go and I'll say hi and take pictures with people. Well, some guy grabbed my ass one night and I about beat the shit out of him in the middle of the place. Like there were cops right there, and then he ended up seeking me out on Instagram and apologizing later. But I was going to light his ass up. I don't care how many beers you've had. Don't grab my ass. Like, don't touch me. Like that'll get you hit. So I'd say that's the only one. Most of my fan interactions are great. Hey, will you take a picture with me? A lot of times I carry stickers around with me, and when someone recognizes me, I give them a sticker, a picture, lots of love, you know.
Okay. What's
That's
your
awesome.
biggest fear in life, if you have one?
I'm not scared of anything.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You don't really seem like you're really intimidated by
I don't
much,
like
so that's why I kind of.
heights. I don't like heights, but I'll do it just
Would you
to
skydive or bungee jump or anything like that?
uh, maybe. It depends. It depends on what the situation is, and if there's money involved, I'll probably do it. You
She
know,
said, "There's money involved. You can talk me in just about anything."
it would have to be life changing for the bungee jumping or the at some point you got to stop taunting God. So I'm hoping those two are like off the bingo card.
Okay.
I don't want them on there.
All
But
right.
yeah, heights scare me. But I'll ride roller coasters. I love them. So
All right. What's your guilty pleasure?
mm, just laying in the sun, doing nothing, floating in my pool, in a pool, being in a body of water, near a body of water. I love to lay in the sun.
Okay. And let's see. Finally, last question is: what would you tell your younger self that you've learned now? Like if you could go back in time, like before you started any of this, what would you tell your younger self that you've learned?
Man, I'd put like seventh, eighth grade anger, temper issue me in combat sports. I don't know why my parents did not like let me go work it out in a gym but my parents weren't like athletic people. They, my mom never played sports. My dad never played sports. Like she had me at 16. My dad was like 18. He was like a drug dealer and went to prison. And then like my stepdad was like a normal go to work every day dude. And like I I didn't have, but he was like, you need to put her in basketball. So, so you're a tall girl in Kentucky, you have to play basketball.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I would definitely, when I'm forever 17. I feel like I completely stunted at 17. Like I am mentally 17. I, uh, I have more, I guess, I don't know. I still have that mindset that I can do anything and that like the world's full of possibilities. Like I love when bitches are like, "Go back to the nursing home," or they tell me I'm old and I'm like, "Bitch, I'm 46. You're half my age and look terrible." Like, talk shit to somebody who fucking cares. Like, so what? You're 20 years younger than me. Big deal. Calling me old, like, whatever. I'm here for it.
Not
They
everybody gets to be old. It's a blessing to get old.
exactly
That is
like
true.
I'm on my like fourth lifetime. Like, I'm fine with it.
Well, that's
Yes,
all the
ma'am.
questions I got for tonight or whatever. I appreciate it. Thank you a lot for answering all our questions. You were a great guest.
Thank you.
Definitely had fun. Learned a lot.
Learn
I
not to mess
appreciate it.
with her.
Hey,
Exactly.
dude, I'm a fucking teddy bear. I swear. You know,
Just don't
I,
push the buttons.
like a lot of them bitches out there, like the girl I can't stand, Holly. She's like, oh, she won't fight for no money. You have to have money for her to fight. Yeah, you fucking do. You do.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna come kick your ass, I would prefer it be on TV. You know,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Why?
nothing for
I
I'm
free.
mean,
like, you don't want to get paid.
I
Like,
have
Yeah.
options here.
how
Let's
about
let's
instead of
punch each other
blocking
for
me,
nothing.
you argue with me and we build the algorithm, we push the promotion and more people are watching, we both get paid on Facebook and then I kick your ass and get paid from that too. Like what do you mean? Yeah, I like
Hell
to get
yeah.
paid.
I
Shit,
mean,
we were in Vegas with the LFC. We went to this at the Double Down Saloon. Lilifer, our announcer, she puts on this big party once a month, and they had Jello wrestling, and the promoter said, "You want to Jello wrestle with Channy for 150?" I was like, "Take him out! Hell yeah, I'll do it!" You know. So you only
that's
live
great.
once. Life is not that serious. Get over yourself and go live.
Amen. Amen. Well, guys, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Tiffany, again, we appreciate everything. Appreciate you being a guest. Appreciate you telling us about, all your experiences. Like I said, you got an open invitation to come back and especially keep us informed with how your training's going and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
We'd love
I'm
to.
hoping to debut in like probably September, October.
Okay. Well, yeah,
So
we will definitely. We'll have to try to get up there towards Louisville area and go to a couple of grindhouse events and everything. We go to EWA a lot and
okay,
everything. We're really good friends. Well, I ain't gonna say we're really good friends. We're lucky to be friends with Adrian and a lot of the talent through EWA. So
okay,
it's and we've also met a few people from Aftermath Pro Wrestling. We've met a couple people from Appalachian Mountain, Kentucky Wrestling Federation. We've been blessed,
see, and
you
I
know.
want to get down in those areas too because I feel like it really goes good with the redneck brawl side of my
Yes,
brand.
it does. It does.
You know, I'm kind of a city Billy. I'm kind of a little cities. I'm kind of a little country. You know, like
Yeah,
one
I
of my
know how it
goals
is.
to win a ring girl competition was so I could buy a riding lawnmower. You know what I mean? Like these are the goals I have.
I tell people all the time I'm a high tech redneck.
That's it. That's it. I am definitely. I glamp. I don't camp. Like.
Right. Well, do you have anything you want to plug before we get out of here and let you? Yeah, I know you said you keep a
You
sleep
can
schedule.
follow me on all platforms. Tiffany Baxter. There's a few conspiracy smoke show pages out there too. You're welcome to follow. Mostly everything is connected to my real name. I think it's weird to not, when you're chasing something, I'm gonna slap my real name right next to it. So yeah, find me, add me, follow me.
Sounds good to me. Tiffany, we appreciate you being here. And Uncle Slam, if you ain't got anything else,
No, sir. I'm tapped out today.
well, I guess the referees hit that 3 count and we are going to ring that damn bell.